So we get white. I think I'm gonna play knight f3. Knight f6, b4. I might play like b3. Or I could play just a normal setup. Or g3. Then I'm gonna go for g3. And try to play a Catalan. Let's see. d5, bishop g2. Makes sense, castle. I'm expecting this move. Then I'm just gonna play c4. Takes. I'm not afraid of this. Can just take and put more pressure over this pawn. And if bishop c5, I can play knight b3, attacking it with tempo. And then I can develop my other knight on c3. Black could play bishop 7 as well. Taking is out of the question, I just take, and then fork. What else? Bishop d6 as well. I think his next move has to be with the bishop. He could take as well, but I think this is just better for white. I have a lot of pressure over there. Okay. So, plays this, so if he takes, it's no longer a fork. I could take, then knight c3. I could also play knight c3 right away. Knight c3, e5. Yeah, just take. So knight c3. He takes c4. Yeah, that's probably what he wants to do right now. I could play queen b3 in some lines. Or stuff like this. I don't think it works though. So takes, knight takes is possible. I think I'm just gonna go knight c3. I don't really care giving away this pawn. Can as well consider e4 if he lets me. Like if he takes, I think he can just take. He has double pawns. And then queen a4 hits both of them. His king is still in the center. So I can try to take advantage of this in this way. Although I give away my bishop. Well. We'll see. If he plays this, I'll consider taking. If this, I just take. If this, I think just the same thing as before. So yeah, I really think black is gonna play this move. I don't see anything better, like maybe this. But then maybe I can take and then play 4. Also, an idea is bishop g5, trying to put more pressure over the d5 square. Could be my next move. Let's say it goes there. I can play this. Alright, so he does play d takes c4. So I can play this. I can play this maybe. I can play 4. Yeah, I think this is good. Take, and 24. My bishop can later go on f4, and then rook d1 is pretty nice. Yeah, I don't have my knight square bishop, but neither does black in this line. I don't think I really mind that much. Because black is forever gonna be having isolated pawn on c6. He could take with that pawn right now. But I don't think this makes anything... I don't think it makes his position better. Like, he can still go queen a4 and takes. Yeah. I don't have anything else. I'm just gonna take. Check. And then queen a4. I should probably spend more time, but I don't think I had anything else in this position. So black could play queen b6, maybe. Then I take. There's also this move, I can just take as well. And there as well, so he has to defend. Could play this, but it runs into e5. Yeah, I'm just gonna take. I have this idea now, if he goes there. No, actually, because it's not defended. So maybe if I play bishop f4 and he blocks, now I have this move. But I'm not sure I want to play this. It just takes and then it's straight. Yeah, my knight could be good on this square c5. Like knight a4. Bishop e3 is as well an idea. To try to go there. And how I will put pressure on this pawn is removing this bishop, like maybe bishop e3 and then rook c1 and doubling up. Black will for sure play rook c8 in this line. So maybe that's why bishop e3 is good, to target this pawn. Bishop d6. I don't know if it runs into like moves like this. If bishop d6, I'm probably gonna go bishop e3. Maybe this. And then this. But this knight is not pinned. So I guess he can just move it. Rook c8. Try to take. Or if he takes rook c8. Rook c1, rook c2, I mean. Yeah, I'm not sure what to expect from black. My position is probably very comfortable. There's not a lot of things to target on my position. I have this weakness on my king side, but like I said earlier, I traded black's bishop, so it should be fine. Alright, so he does play bishop d6. I was wondering if I can play bishop g5 and try to go for a setup like this, and then rook c1 to target this. Because my knight is kind of doing nothing right now, like, I wanted to go there, but it just a trade, and maybe he has this. So I want to keep my knight to target these squares. So bishop g5 becomes interesting. The alternative is going bishop e3 and rook c1, rook d1. So developing like normal. Bishop g5 at least has a threat of taking. If he castle, take, there. I think he has to go bishop e7 maybe. I also have the check if he castles, and then going there. Yeah, I really like bishop g5. You could then play this. Then I have rook c1. If I checks, I don't really want to trade. So I'm probably gonna go back to e3 and then c5. So yeah. And this I just take. So this, if he moves the knight, let's say to d7, I can just continue with my plan. Probably rook c1. f6, I just go back. If knight d5, I don't think I mind trading. Like maybe I have knight e4 before playing rook c1. Because I think my bishop is going to be very powerful if I take this one. But let's just play this and see what he does. If knight d5, I might play knight e4. But then this... Yeah, we'll see. I don't want to keep this pawn, this knight over there. Maybe I'll have e4. So we get castle. I can take. This is what I calculated. So take. The check does not do anything, I think. I'm just king h8. Probably gonna try to do this. Although it's very solid. Can take, knight e4. Bishop 7 is what I assume I will see. And then rook c1, rook c8. I think I can even like double my rooks. Decorate the triple stack over the c file. Yeah. Let's go for this line. So yeah, this. Then knight e4. Just double checking, maybe I have queen h4. Try to win this pawn. Queen h4, bishop 7. Also like play queen. Maybe d4 queen c3. Try to win this. But let's go for this. Doesn't have a pawn to fork. I think as well if this rook c1 is a good move to play. Or this. Yeah, let's just play rook c1. I'm expecting any rook to say it. Probably the a rook. This bishop is becoming very passive. Trying to defend this. I wonder if he's gonna try f5. If he does, I think I'm just gonna go on this square. And probably put my knight on d3. And then f4. Depending on what happens. If he tries like targeting this pawn, I can just play b3. Alright. So I cannot take because I lose a knight. So that makes sense. I could play knight d2 as well. Now that I think about it, to go to f3. It could make sense. Let's think about it. Knight c5. Also like the d3 square a lot. And if he takes, we can just play rook d1, rook d6. And target this pawn even more. I don't have any threat going there, maybe like knight there. And if I go knight d2, I could go there or there. The knight could go to d4 to target this pawn. But then again, you can push this pawn actually. So I think I have to play knight c5, because if he push, the pawn is defended by the bishop. And this structure is pretty solid. If he trades his bishop, the dark square for the king will be very weak, so I probably have some tactics. So yeah, let's go for this. I could be threatening to go rook d1 and d7. I don't think he's gonna let me with... Maybe. If this is a fork. Yeah. I'm probably expecting to see rook d8 to stop rook d1. But if rook d8, I think I have knight a6. And this probably wins the pawn. I wonder if he can try to go to a square to win this one. We'll see. I can play b3 if I want to. Or I can just double up. Well, it will depend on what black does. Alright, so rook c8. I did expect this move. But now I think this allows me to go rook d1, probably. His plan is maybe to try to go to b6 and target this, like trade and queen b6, but I think this favors me a little bit. Because after rook d1, I'll have the d7 square for it. And rook d1, if he goes back there, Then you can just take, right? Watermark direction. But now with this he double defend the pawn, so knight a6 does not have the same effect as before. I can double my rooks, but I think I want my rook to try to target from over there if he trades, or just go there. I could play b3 as well, trying to anticipate his ideas. Or b4 and a3. Maybe transit to a5. Rook d1 does have a threat, so that's why I'm probably gonna play it. Rook d1 can take, and I like the position. Queen b6. If I take, the pawns are now together, and this pawn is targeted. So I have to answer to that, so I don't think I would trade, like, if this Queen b6. I might just play b3. Yeah. Let's play rook d1. I'm not sure what else to expect from black except this move or this move. Maybe the best move is this one. But now this pawn will probably fall. Do I have to be careful about my b2 pawn? Maybe I need to play b3 at some point. If this, for example, I can probably maybe even play this move. I wish the king was there. If this, I'm probably gonna play that. This is defended by my queen and the rook. And if he takes the pawn, I win this. So, if this, I probably have some attack over the king side. Alright, rook d8. So where I was thinking of trading, if I go knight a6, this is a check, I have to answer this. So if I take, I'm expecting him to take with the rook. And then, what if I have a sack? Take, this is defended. That's it there. Maybe it works, maybe not. But I just want to win this pawn. So I'm just gonna trade. Maybe b3 or knight a6 next. Knight a6. Queen b6. If I take, he takes over there. So that's the problem. If I take, king there. Now I can take like this. I'm not sure if it's good. Can also take this pawn. I just lost a knight, so I don't think it's good. I could also play this move. Knight d3. Threatening to win this pawn. So knight d3, probably rook c8. And then, I'm not sure. I wonder if b3 is just perfect. b3, rook d2. Yeah, I don't know. b3, rook d2. a6. Queen there. It's gonna be hard to win this pawn. I wish I could go this, like that. You can take. I could try rook c3 to go like this. It's not a bad idea. Rook c3. Though I think black is just trying to go to d2. Maybe it's too slow. Knight d3, rook c8. If I go knight b4. You could take, but there's also c5. Which I don't like. So I could play this, and then f4. Try to go there. It's an idea. There's also this move. I don't know if it helps black or white. Takes. Take. What I don't like about this is open. I could try rook c2. Yeah, rook c2 defends all of this. Rook d1, king g2. And then when I play knight a6, this will be protected by the rook. Yeah, so this is an interesting move, this and this. I wonder which is better between all of them. There's also sacking. I really don't think it works. And knight there. Maybe it's an idea as well. But I think I'm gonna play rook c2. My king will be safe on g2. There's no check on this diagonal. The pawn blocks. And if the pawn disappears, my queen will be there. So I'll be protecting all these squares. This move could become an idea if his queen stops protecting this bishop. But he does have a king f8. Take, check. I'm not sure if it works. I could consider e4. But right now I think I'm just trying to play knight a6. It might not be the best idea even to win the pawn because black could get counterplay with activity against my king. But at least rook c2 stop rook d2. So I should be fine for now. Okay, so queen a5. So this is this square. What if I have this? This. I don't think so. I do have this move, b4. With tempo. I also have this fork. So if I go knight b7, I think his idea is queen e1, and then rook d1. He's also just doing it first. I could go there, but it doesn't stop the fact that he can play this move. Of course, I don't think, like, if he does achieve this rook d1 by rook d1, queen e1 stuff, I don't think it will be made, like I can escape to f3. So I think I can allow it. But for sure, doing the fork right now doesn't work. That's why I'm thinking of, like, before, just not letting him have any play over my king. There's also rook, not rook, knight d3. Knight d3 is interesting, but I'm not so sure. Let's see, b4. Where can he go next? Maybe he has to defend against this, maybe not. Let's say he goes to a3. I think I can play this. Gonna be a check. b4, queen e3. Knight d3. And he has to defend this. If he push, I think he can take. Live there, I just go there. I think it's fine. b4 looks good. King g2 is as well a possibility to consider. Does allow like I said earlier, these ideas. But I don't think I'm getting mated. Like, if there, can they go there? But I think I might just play this move. It's either this or this. If I played this first, could be better actually. Or maybe not. Can push. If I take, maybe he has rook there, then this. King g2 does threaten this, but we did have that. So I think I might just play b4. Stepping any queen's ideas. If he goes there, then my rook defends. And when I would be going to d3, my knight's part, then the pawn on b3. b4. So I'm good. Maybe I miss a tactic, but I think I'm fine. Even if I win this pawn, it's still not over yet. I need to be very precise. This pawn, completely safe. So the only two moves I'm saying for black is this or this. One runs into knight a6. So that's why I preferred queen a3. But the queen doesn't have any squares if he goes to a3, so maybe it's better to go there. Alright, queen b5. I didn't see this move at first. It's probably not that bad. I could play king g2 or a4. Can move my queen as well. If I take, the pawns are fixed. This is an outpost for the knight. I could take, I go king g2. And try to have some positional advantage. Maybe I don't even need to play king g2, but I just want to put it on f3 to protect this pawn. So my option is take. If I move this knight, could be there, defending the pawn. Then I could try to go there and have some pressure. If I don't trade the queen, the other thing I was thinking about is like knight d3, king g2, or f4. So let's say I play knight d3. I'm trying to win the pawn. So knight d3, what can you do? You cannot play this because I take the queen, then win the rook. So knight d3, if he takes, I take with the rook. So I can win this pawn next. If he defends, I think I have knight d5. Most likely. If he push, I can... But if he push, the pawn is pinned. Because if he takes anywhere, I just win the rook, so I think I can just come back and then win the pawn. So knight d3 is looking good. What else can he do after knight d3? He can try like to move the queen and just win the pawn. Two moves that are looking very nice is taking or going knight d3. If I take, then knight d3 is nice. Maybe bishop d6. Then I have this move. I'm not sure what to expect in this line for black. It's probably... Both lines are probably winning. I wonder which one is better. Like this one force everything. Like if this... Probably the best move for black. Then... Yeah, probably this holds everything. if I go there. So let's say takes, there. If I go there, first of all, this pawn is not defended anymore, so probably can check and then take. Yeah. I think the best move might just be going there. Let's calculate one more time. Takes. Do you have anything else than knight d3? I don't think so. There doesn't make sense. Knight d3, rook d7. The check doesn't do that much for me. I cannot go to c5. I could try a4, then rook a2. I think it's just equal there. Yeah, knight d3. If this, I just win. So yeah, I'm not sure what to expect after knight d3. I think I'm gonna play that. Takes. I'm threatening to win this pawn, and if he does that, well, I win the queen first of all. So if you takes, this is defended. I think I'm in good shape right now. The knight on d3 is protecting my king very well, and it's defended by a pawn. So it's kinda like an outpost. Although this could be possible at some point. I have these squares. My king can always go to g2. Okay, so he takes. I don't see any real way for him to defend this pawn. He probably should go for a counterplay like this. Then I can play this. Can I? No. This is probably black's best move. Alright, so rook d6. Can't I just play this move? Because if I delay it, I think black would play f6. The problem is probably check, then trying to win this pawn, or this one. That's the only real problem, but this is tempo attacking the bishop, and then I can probably defend. Do I have anything else? There's no... I don't see anything else. Do I go there, f6? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for knight d5. Knight e5, I mean. So that this pawn is not gonna be defended. This. Then if this. Can probably play like that. Right, let's go for it. If this can just take. I don't see anything else than trying to go forward d1 and rook a1. Like if you just sit there, I was gonna win this pawn. And have a 2-on-1. Probably gonna use this pawn as a distraction while this king goes there. And I will bring my king over these squares. Okay. Rook d2. Makes sense. This is tempo. Not think I mind sacrificing this pawn. As long as I get the 2-on-1. So I could take bishop d6. And then a4. If he takes, I will take this pawn. That's just 2 past pawn actually. I think this is pressuring. I will take on c6. If this... I could take there, and then I push my pawns. My king is completely safe. And these pawns are not gonna be helpful for black. Not sure what to expect. Like, you cannot take there. You can just take. Yeah, bishop d6. a4. Right. If I go there, it's just gonna take this pawn. And this pawn is not like the end of the world if I lose it. I just want the 2 on 1. And probably the 2 on 0 in fact. Let's take. It could become a problem on f2 if you get this bishop like this. But I don't think this will happen. Alright, so he doesn't take the pawn. So I could go e3. The first thing I'm noticing. It's probably gonna try this after. What else? I can go there. But I can actually. This, take. Take like this. Half of it's clean. Damn, I'm just gonna play this. If this can just take. This pawn is gonna fall later. Later but sooner. Yeah, let's play e3. I think I have to play a little bit faster. Yeah, I still have the question mark next to my rating. I think I have just played like 6 games of classical on this account. Yeah. So if I get this pawn. Makes sense. Cannot push. You have to keep this knight there. But do I? Can play this there. Can probably get away with this. Yeah, let's go for it. Final fine thing can just play King g2. So this is my idea. Let's go for it. This is like a bullet game or a blitz. I'm gonna start playing fast. So the idea is this. Okay. I think this is safe. Could have played this as well. But I don't think it matters. Can push. Yeah, let's push. So my next move is probably gonna be this. Yeah. Can take. Can push, but it's about, so let's take. Take. Let's go for this move. It might be a draw. But I'm gonna play for the win. This king is stuck for this. Alright, let's go there. Could play this. Makes sense. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go there. I could have played this as well. Which I will. There. There. Bring the king. So I cannot do that. Let's go over there. Try to bring it like this. I wonder if I can go there. This is probably the right move. Let's go there. This. I think I'm gonna take like this. and try to go there. Okay. Let's go there. There. My opponent is probably gonna flag. Yeah. GG. This is probably winning for white. But with 19 seconds on the clock, can be hard. Now let's see. What went wrong in the game? Alright. All good. Take. Yeah, I thought this was good. It's just only 0.6, 0.5. But it creates a weakness for black, which I can play around for the whole game. Like for white, it's very easy to come up with a plan, and black has to defend the spawn. I thought he could try to sack it for activity later on. We'll see if it was true. So bishop g5, take. Okay, so queen g4 wasn't in good. Although I thought after king h8 there wasn't anything. Rook c8. If there, I think. Let's see. Just queen f3 and I'm completely winning. Ah, yeah. That's right. I didn't see that. I thought this was fine as well. Knight d3. I wanted to create a threat. And then knight d3. Could have become a good move, yeah. Think with b4 as well. Like if you went there, yeah, b4. And then you can try to play moves like this. Like that. b4. Takes. I didn't see really how he will defend this position. Yeah, this was white. Yeah, I should have played this, I realized after. But it's fine. Ah! Yeah, I played it a bit too fast. I should have seen this. Because if he goes there, just trade it and promote. Yeah, I didn't expect to have a perfect game, but still like the position, even there. Like we both were low on time. It's very hard to defend. f3. Didn't want this stuff, but I guess it's fine. Go there. Yeah, true, because I'm threatening this, so he has to keep the rook over there. King d8. d1. I see. So just go there. It's gonna go there. Thought this was fine. And I pretty much won because he used a little bit too much time. Yeah. Not how I don't think I would have won this game if we both had like 3 minutes. Maybe he would have made a mistake at some point. I don't think he would have played this. Probably like this. Let's try. Check me. This, and then oh, yeah. But this was a nice game. Even with this blunder. 91 accuracy, 94.